Action.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Make It Make Sense with Jamara
and Cletus.
Today, we are going to discuss a hot topic. I want to talk about, do you deserve a high-value man? And what is a high-value man? What is that, Cletus?
I have no idea. I've been the same value. I'm probably like a low value, I would think.
Wow.
Great value.
Okay, great value.
Yeah, that's the Walmart brand. That's the Walmart brand.
All right.
But where did that even come from, this whole high-value man?
Well, there was a big discussion online. A particular blogger, a person named Kevin Samuels, talked about being a high-value man and if you qualify for a high-value man. And there was a woman who came on his show and asked what was her average. And he told her what her average was, and it caused a complete uproar because he told her she does not qualify for a high-value man.
I think I saw that. That was the young man that kind of made her feel like Suge Gabriel, seal it. You're dusty. Your hair ain't never done. Yeah, I saw that, and I think so. She had made a determination in her head that she wanted a man that had a house, a car, all of those things, money already established in his life, and then he told her, "But what do you bring to the table? That will make you deserve that?" And I actually would agree with him, and only because that's the same standard that a lot of women come to with men all the time. A lot of women want you. Listen, a lot of women want you to bring in the table, not just bring something to the table.
Okay.
Like bring the table, and then
That's
bring something.
much.
Bring the whole table, the food, everything. When they don't have anything, so I think it's an imperative that women have something too when they come to the table.
Well, I do agree with you. We should bring something to the table. I do agree because you have to match what you want. I believe if you want a man to have a certain value, you should bring that same value to the table.
So when we talking about value, what are we talking about as far as value is concerned? Are we only talking about financial value? Are we talking about potential? Because John Gray's a really good friend of mine, and we can't use him all the ways as what he does in relationships. But
Definitely
one of the things
cannot.
that he told me was that women see the potential in a man before he reaches it. So a lot of times a woman will talk to a man based off potential rather than what's actually there because they can see it.
And that is true. We do look for potential when you're young. When you get to a certain age of maturity, that potential is not going to keep me, is not going to hold me, and I'm moving on to the next. You got to come with a little bit more than potential. Maybe when you're in your 20s, maybe 30, but once you hit past 35, we're done with potential. You need to be established. You need to be something that I can glean from you. I shouldn't have to work with you that much.
So should she be established too then? Because that's the whole thing. Like, if you want me to come to the table fully established, fully prepared to to do whatever it takes in this relationship, I think you ought to have the same things in that relationship. I can't be established and not and you not be.
I agree.
But on the flip side of that, what's to say that you're not the piece that's gonna take me to where I need to be?
The piece.
Yeah. What's to say? For example, I've got friends, right, and they might be in their 20s, 30s, and maybe even early 40s, and it may be just a whole thing about discipline. I got a good friend that always says that old lady will get you right. If you get an old lady, that old lady will get you right. You ain't finna be tricking your money up like that. You're gonna have your time together. That old lady.
A woman of maturity, not an old lady.
No, that's not what he called it. He says an old lady. And when we say an old lady, if you know the street vernacular, she ain't got to be old.
Okay.
You can be 19 and be somebody old lady. It don't even matter. You just say that old lady. And if y'all get sensitive about it, you might be old. But that old lady, and it is. A lot of times men don't have all the pieces right here. We just don't have somebody who can come in and put them together. So what if you keep saying they got to have everything together?
I didn't say they have to have everything together. What I'm saying is potential is not enough to keep me.
But at 40, I might just be potential waiting to be put together.
If you're 40 and you're just potential waiting to be put together, then you need to move to somebody else because that's not me.
I need to move, or we ain't talking about you because you're a little fancy. Or we talking about just the general everyday woman. I just think that it's unfair because what if we flipped it?
Okay.
And we said, as a man, I'm a man. I ain't finna talk somebody. I ain't finna talk to nobody unless they got to have themselves all together. If you a woman of potential, I don't need you. How would that look? Y'all would say we wrong. If you ain't got what I need, and that's exactly what he told the lady. He was like, you ain't got what nobody need. He need to move on to the next one.
Right.
So I don't see how that's fair on either person's part.
Well, when I say potential, the average woman that I talk to, when we think of potential, we're not just thinking about financial. Mm-hmm. We're thinking about what are your hopes and dreams and aspirations. Mm-hmm. Are you entrepreneur? Do you have entrepreneurship on your mind, or are you just working a 9 to 5? Or what is really going on here? So, and are you loyal? Are you committed? I mean, all of these things.
Do y'all want a puppy or a man? Which one do you?
Puppies are nice, but we prefer a man.
Are they single? Are these women you talking
yes.
to single? And there's a reason why they still single. You need to change your point of execution. It ain't always on us. I'm just saying.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying from a male's point of view. And you know, and I've been a man. I've been a man all my life. I've been at least a male.
Hope so.
Male all my life. From my point of view, so I've got a lot of things going on in my life. I find myself pretty established by what the world says is established. I have my own cars. I have my own houses and things of that nature.
You say cars with an S?
I just want to make sure they know.
Okay.
It's a humble flex.
Okay.
So, not saying that all the cars work, but I do own them. I pay insurance on them either way.
Okay.
So, I have my homes, have my properties, but there's still other levels that I could go to.
Right.
And there are a lot of things that I believe that if I had a woman in my life, she would come in and be like, hey, man, instead of you, I have a watch problem, right? I buy watches all the time. Every week is a watch getting dropped off in my house.
Wow.
If I had a right woman in my life, I know she's like, hey,
that's too much.
Right. You already, I can see from your wow, you was like, nah, cause we're gonna take that watch money and we can go buy another car. Or whatever. So we can do all those things. And I think that's a lot of the stuff that women don't see is that nobody's a finished product.
Of course.
So you can take somebody. Beyonce took Jay-Z to a whole nother level. Jay-Z, and then he went left, but she took him to a whole nother level. And you can say that Jay-Z had himself together at the time. That woman can either take you, make you better, or she can break you. Adam was doing fine. I can't even say nothing.
She made him better.
Eve ruined Adam.
She made him better.
Listen, Adam ain't had nothing to do but to name animals and watch the monkeys play basketball. He went and took a nap, woke up, he was missing a rib, and he had all these instructions. And if it weren't for him, it weren't for her, he wouldn't have had no job. He wouldn't have had to do nothing.
He was already working before she got there.
But it won't no job. It won't no hard labor.
Of course. And it wasn't after either.
And Eve ruined it all.
No.
Eve ruined everything.
He wasn't in place, and so that's why she
But she took him to his potential, though. Women be tripping. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna just tell you straight up because the level is different when you start talking about what a woman requires of a man compared to what a man requires of a woman.
So what does a man require of a woman?
Not too much, man. We just know we can't trust a big butt and a smile. But
I mean, really?
This is why you stay single and untrustworthy. No, what most men require out of a woman is way different than what y'all have as requirements for a man. Where a woman is looking for security, both financial and physical. They want to feel safe around them.
Right.
They want to feel like I tell dudes all the time, man, if you want your lady to give you trust or whatever, she got to realize that you ain't going to have the lights cut off.
Yeah.
She going to be able to come home every day, turn the lights on. There's always gonna be something in the house.
Those are the basics.
Those are basics. She wants that security. She wants to feel like it don't matter if you 5'2", 105 pounds.
Whoa,
she
5'2"?
Like, I'm just saying, not you, but she want to feel like if she's out with you,
right?
She's safe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You her safe place. Anything jump off.
Right.
That's why we have stupid stuff like they say a man should always walk on the side by the curb.
Yeah.
With the vehicle. I'm not stopping no car. The car coming, man. Somebody got to be there to report to the police. I think I'm more observant.
I mean, that's even when you splash the water, though. You're supposed to
think
stop
about
all
that
of
water.
that.
How big am I though?
I can't get my hair wet, so I'm gonna need somebody to
if it's
stand
splashed
there.
that high, then God meant for us to be rained on. Where men, all we really are looking for is different things. We're looking for loyalty. We're looking for peace. Like those are the first two things that a man is looking for: is loyalty and
Well, you
peace.
forgot one
peace.
of the main ones too.
Well, we physical.
No, I'm not talking about that. That's obvious. I'm talking about respect. You want to be respected as a man. That's
absolutely.
top.
So. Yeah, I think that comes in the loyalty and the peace. I think all of that comes out of the respect. So out of that, then we don't really need too much more out of you because if you respect me, you're gonna be loyal to me. You're not gonna cheat on me. You're gonna support me. You're gonna do all those things, man. I think those are the things that we need. And the peace part,
The peace
is
is
amazing
important.
because man, a lot of women don't realize how many battles a man fights on a daily basis.
Oh, definitely.
Before he comes home, and
not just a man, a black man.
Yeah, well, I was in case we get some white people watching too, man. I don't want the white men to feel like they have no say.
But it's facts.
But it is factual. So all these fights that I've had to fight, all these external fights, and then I got to come home, man, and it's a whole nother fight after the fight.
Yeah, it's too much.
So we want to make sure that we do it. So do women deserve a high value man? I think everybody deserves a high value person to be with.
And I didn't really like that word deserve. When they use that word deserve, it's like, why does someone have to deserve what should automatically be given to them?
But you said the same thing. Like, if you're not giving me this, then you don't deserve to be with me, or you don't have time to be with me. Like, you was like, if you ain't dead, blah, 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 then I'm on to the next.
I'm talking about when you're dating someone, you're collecting data and you're getting this information from them. Once you've been established and now you're kind of like, okay, we're moving towards relationship, commitment, and things of that sort. That's when I'm talking about, okay, potential is not something I'm going to deal with. That's something that we need to talk about. I'm not going to deal with that.
It's such an interesting point because men and women are just seeing things from two different angles. See, like, women are the ones who always be like, you have to date with purpose. Men will be like, you have to date because dating is fun. Like, that's how you get in. Like, women walk in dating with checklists. I need to know if he do this, how he treat his mama.
But see, most of us are not even going to be on a date before we even have that conversation with you because you have to qualify to go on the date.
Why do I have to qualify to be on a date?
Well, you have to figure out, is this person worth, and that's for both of us, is this person worth my time? For me to take time out of my day to schedule a date with you.
Man, y'all be tripping out here in these streets. Man.
So you just go out with any woman who just feel like, okay, hey, let's go do lunch, or hey, let's go do let's have dinner.
Because that's too expensive. I'm old school, so if I go out with a woman, I'm gonna pay for it.
Right.
So that's already too expensive for
you're
me
a
to be just
gentleman,
going out with anybody.
Right.
But I still think that men don't have a problem with going out. Like, I'll go out. Let's go out. Let's go eat. Not every night, but let's go out. Let's go out eat. You meet somebody, you go out eat. Our producer is here, man. Esau, you go. Well, he married now, but before you was married, Esau, you be like, man, it's a date. We'll go out. That's how you actually, to me, that's how you really find out what the other person is about. Over the phone and stuff like that. Everybody talk. They got a good game over the phone. But when you can really get out and go places and see how they interact with you, how they interact with the environment, whether they smack when they eat, all of that kind of stuff.
If they're rude to the waiter.
That's when you're going to know who you really got.
Yeah.
And so, you know what? At the worst, you had a bad dinner. But
that's time that I can't get back.
But what was you doing? What was you doing?
Business, doing whatever it is I need to get done.
Jamal, you keep talking about you. You are not the average person. I'm talking about everybody else would have been in the crib. I'm telling you, listen, all y'all lonely ladies at home sitting around doing nothing, you better start going out on some dates. You better go out on some dates. Don't be like her, Jamar, be in the gym all day and going home making another million. You better go take your bro out of shape. No, I'm not just playing. You better go take your hind parts out on a date. Y'all keep on playing.
I mean, we did that when we were in our 20s. I did. Like, when you're younger, you have no problem going out and just going on dates. We used to say we just want to go out and get a free meal. That's what we used to say.
No, they ain't used to say it. They did research on that, man. About 80 and 90% of women are going out just to eat.
Wow.
So, yeah, we still doing that.
But once you get mature, you can kind of pay for your own meals and you're not really pressed about somebody paying for you. So it's like, that's why I said, do I really want to invest my time and energy and... Yeah.
That's because y'all go into the first date with way too much.
Okay.
Me and go on the first date, we just going to eat.
Okay.
Like, literally, when a man takes you on that first date, it's all about the food. We out, we eat, and we going to have a good time, enjoy ourselves. Okay. That's why I say the movies is the worst place. Like, when people suggest you go to the movies on the first date.
Oh, no, you can't talk.
Movies is the worst place to go on the first date. It's dark. You don't know what she really look like.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I suggest people really, if you ask me, I say take her swimming on the first date.
No.
Yeah, you take her swimming on that first date and all of it's revealed. You know what she look like. That makeup gonna come off. Her real hair come out. You don't have no surprises on your wedding night. Cause that's biblically speaking, that's the first time you're supposed to see her.
All right.
In the natural.
So where would you take someone on the first date? Where would you take a woman that is interested in you?
So it's I'll either go to a nice restaurant.
Okay.
And a nice restaurant with some sort of in social distance is not a problem, but with some sort of area where y'all can be kind of not alone in the restaurant, but still it ain't a whole lot of crowd noise. You can able to really.
So what's the name of this
restaurant?
restaurant?
I don't know. Now McCormick and Schmidt used to be good because they had the little curtains you can pull. You had that whole area. Now if she's more fun, which is what I kind of look for, I want to have somebody that's fun, wants to do stuff just because of my personality. Man, I say let's go to Dave and Buster's. Let's go in there.
I love Dave and
Buster's.
Games. That's fun.
Yeah, go out here. We play some games. You get to interact with her. See if she's competitive. If she's okay with losing all the time, because then that way you already know what's gonna happen in all our arguments. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Right. So, you'll have that. You can see her attitude, all that kind of stuff, man. You'll find out if she's a drinker, if she does drink, is she a lush. You'll learn all of that off the top. Let her get drunk, and then you'll figure out what kind of drunk she is.
And so you don't mind doing this for 2 and 3 and 4 times a week with different women.
What kind of whore do you think I am?
I'm just asking the question. You like going on dates.
That's too much dating. That is too much dating, man. I don't know. We're going to have to get it. That's probably what we're going to have to do for our next episode. How much dating is too much dating?
That's a good point.
Because you can't be taking nobody out 2, 3, 4 different women. First of all, where do you have the time to talk to all these women to set up the dates?
You're the one that says you like to go on dates. So.
Yeah, but I ain't say that many. 4 in a week? Man, I don't like to do nothing. I don't even like seeing my kids 4 times a week.
Oh,
you talking about something going to see? Yeah, it's one of the reasons why. Perfect marriage for me would be I have a house, you have a house.
Wow.
But they'd be next door.
No, that's not going to work. So would you consider yourself a high value man?
I told you off the top, man, great value. I don't. So here's the thing. I think everybody should have the esteem within themselves to feel like they're a good catch. Flavor Flav at some point thought he was a great catch. You know what I'm saying? And the number of baby mamas he has, somebody agreed. And so I think that confidence is the first step. Now, if we're going to use whatever metric you want to use, if somebody's like, well, I want a man that's intelligent, well, then, that's going to be me. I want somebody with a sense of humor. Yeah, that's me. There are some things that I don't have a high value level in. If they're like, I want a man that's not cuddly, but affectionate. That likes to sit and hold hands.
That's not you.
Ain't me, cuz I, give you a solid high five when you come in the house, and then, if we watching a movie, give me my space. Your body heat and my body heat is just too much. That's not my thing. PDA ain't my thing.
You know, most women, the average woman wants affection.
We'll talk about that because I think there's a difference between affection and just trying to.
We're not talking about having sex or being intimate.
Yeah, being intimate and being affectionate are 2 different things.
Yeah.
I'm just not big on that. Like that's not my thing. And some of the things that I do.
You look so cuddly.
Yeah, that's because I'm fat. If I lose weight, the same guy, different cuddle level. So we got a whole bunch of stuff that we need to talk about. Our producer standing up means that we running late on time.
Okay.
But you're already watching Jamara on her amazing YouTube channel. You're already part of the JAMFAM. If you're not, what I need you to do is to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get on that. We also are we're going to be on all kinds of social media. On my social media, you can find me on any of those at Cletus Comedy, CLETUS Comedy. We're going to try to get one of these out to y'all every week, man, and we're just going to try to give you 2 different perspectives. She's beautiful. I'm a beast. It's just so many different angles that you got. She definitely sees things from a woman's perspective. I definitely see things from a man's perspective. And what we're going to try to do every week is just make it make sense.
Yes.
Make it make sense. And Jamal's smart. And, I'm fools. We're going to try to make it make sense. So if you out there, ladies, and you feel like you don't deserve a great man, you still deserve a great man.
That's right.
But what she got to do, she got to bring something to the table, too.
Yes, she does.
And guys, you deserve a good woman. And they always flip it around like we some kind of carnival prize. You deserve something, too, man. Don't let them gas your head up like you don't deserve somebody good. Get you a Rihanna. You deserve it.
So you're making it make sense today, Cletus.
Make it make sense.
Yes.
That's all we wanted to do.
And my YouTube channel, my name is spelled JAMARA J Smith. Jamara J Smith on all social media accounts.
JAMFAM.
Yes.
I need to come up with the fam, the Cletus fetus. I don't know. We'll make it work. We'll make it make sense.
This is our first video, Cletus.
Yay.
I love it.
Video 1. We'll be back with more. We out.